Hi, I'm Carlene, and this is Nutmeg Nation. How are you doing? Thanks for tuning in for another segment of Nutmeg Nation, because without Nutmeg Nation, there would be nothing. I'm just kidding. A little bit about this little thing that we have going on called COVID-19. It's definitely put a damper in the way that we communicate, the way that we interact with each other. Putting on a mask 24/7 isn't fun. From my own personal experience, I must say that it's a big adjustment for me having to put on a mask when I get on transit, when I go to the store. And I'm pretty sure for everyone around the world, this is something that has taken us by storm, and we are forever going to remember the year 2020. As Barbara Walters says, this is 2020, but at the end of the day, this is a year that will change the history books. I mean, COVID-19, the closest thing that we've had to this pandemic was 1918 when they had the Spanish flu. And obviously, modern research and technology wasn't there at that time. So people were dying, and there was nothing that they could do to stop it from happening. It kind of created what they called the Great Depression at that time. And so it brought people together. And I think this pandemic is doing that for us as well. But we also have to look at the positive side of this, that we will somehow be able to get back to normal at some point. We just don't know what the future holds. Here in Canada, flu season starts in October, November, when it starts to get colder. So it looks like we might be going into a lockdown again, but who knows? I mean, at this point, we're in phase 2 for Toronto. Phase 3, we don't know what's going to happen yet, but I know in Grenada there's strict curfews implemented. Going back to the show is dedicated for people to learn about what's going on in Grenada and to showcase everything that is happening that will impact everyone in the small countries and the north, the bigger countries like here in Canada where I reside. But this show is for you, dedicated to you, and everything that is Grenada. I was born there. I left when I was very young, but I'm very happy to say that Grenada has left a place in my heart. And every time I go back home, I'm very grateful that I was born in a very small island where there is no military. I mean, the rest of the world has a military, and Grenada doesn't have one. The poverty rate is 33%. So obviously that's an issue. And also, healthcare is not the same as in North America. A lot of people who have issues with their mental health rely on their family or the medical care system, like either being in a ward or having the hospital take care of them for the rest of their lives. Anyways, today's show is dedicated to Kirani James. Kirani, if you're listening to this, all the power to you. We can't wait to see you on the track in 2021. That's when the whole world will be together again, and we will be able to recognize and accolade those athletes who have been training now for not only 4 years, but going on almost 5 years. Karani, he is the one athlete that Grenada has prized because of his role in the Olympics. In London, 2012, Kirani James clocked in 43.94 seconds to strike gold. He was the first runner from outside the US to break the 44-second barrier. It was amazing to see it. I was there. I remember, I think I was in my apartment, watching it on that afternoon, and I just couldn't believe it because I was watching him from when he started his career on the track. And my aunt, Auntie Jo, bless her, she's the one that told me about this up and running track star. And I was just like on the lookout for him. And it's just amazing that we have someone from this small island who has put us on the Olympic stage and made us the small country that we are, but represented us for the first time in history. And I hope in 2021 he can do it again. He is battling Graves' disease right now. That's the newest thing that I've learned about Kirani James. He got diagnosed with it not too long ago. And pretty much for anyone who doesn't know what Graves' disease is, it's an autoimmune condition that causes an overactive thyroid. So anyone who's had a thyroid disease would know this. And obviously, Karani has done everything in his power to take care of his health so that he will be back on the track again. 2021, guys, that's going to be our year. I'm so excited that Kirani will be back on the track and we get to see him run the 400-meter dash again. And, another accolade in 2016, he didn't get the gold medal, but he came in second, is what I believe. Don't quote me here. I can't remember, but I know he still received a medal standing at the 2016 Rio de Janeiro Games, which was another exciting time for him. And we are rooting for you in Grenada. We want to see you do well, Kirani, and we are so proud of you and everything that you've done to represent Grenada, putting us on the map. I tell you, like it's so amazing. I've been watching the Olympics since I was 12 years old, and Brian Williams, bless his heart, has been one of my favorite sportscasters. And just to watch every athlete, it takes so much work, so much dedication to be a track athlete. Like, you're training day in and day out. Like, they train as much as they can. I don't even know what their schedule is like, training every day, making sure that they're eating properly, working with the best coaches, like, to train on the track, in the gym, and mentally taking care of your mental health and your physical health. And so it's very important that we praise our athletes for all the work that they've done, and that unfortunately, because of COVID-19, we could not see Kirani perform this year. It's important to recognize that this is a year where things are slower. Like, we have to slow things down and recognize the things that are important to us, like our friends and our family and those that are close to us. And I just want to say that I'm so happy that I get to talk to you every month and talk to you about Grenada and the things that are happening in Grenada, and give you an update. From the last time I checked, I know that the airport is not open yet, so people are not able to fly out as of yet. And of course, everything is up and running, restaurants, gas stations, everything is up and running. It's just that everyone has to be cautious and wear their masks to protect each other. And, Grenada is a country that wants to keep their numbers low. And last time I checked, Grenada only has 21 cases of COVID-19, which is amazing for a population of 112. I want to say that this show is dedicated to our favorite athletic star, Kirani James. We wish you all the best for 2021, and we hope that you will get another medal to add to your 2 medals. And we're hoping for the best for you, and I'm hoping the best for everyone during this pandemic. And remember that Nutmeg Nation is a nation that is small, but it's very friendly. And I love Grenadians. They make me feel so welcome every time I go back home. And even though I left at a very young age, I'm so happy to say that I am Grenadian. And, I'm doing what I can to educate you on the country and the people, and to recognize those who are doing the best they can to represent the country that is on the map. It's like a small little speck, but it's still there. Grenada is still a part of the world. And we have to remember that even though it's a small country, it's still a beautiful one. I'm Carlene, and this is Nutmeg Nation. Thanks for tuning in. Guess what? You can follow me on Instagram at DivaontheRadio with 2 eyes. You can also follow us on Twitter, DivaontheRadio, and you can also follow my Facebook page, DivaontheRadio, and, represent Nutmeg Nation. And if you have any concerns or any ideas for the show, please connect with me. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, that would be amazing too. I'm Carlene, and this is Nutmeg Nation.